And welcome back to the LEC FanFest area. I'm here joined by two dashing young fans. Guys, can I ask your names to start off?
Sure, I'm Yannick.
Yannick?
I'm Dario.
Dot.
And I'm Ernest.
My name is Bambi.
I'm Rustiki.
I'm Brian.
Okay, I have a country on this bit of paper in front of me. I'm going to show it to the audience at home. Now, what I want you to do is name this country and then name as many players as you can think of in the LEC at the moment who are from that country. So what country is it?
It's Spain.
It is Spain. Yeah. Can we think of any players from Spain?
Elioya.
Elioya is from Spain, yes.
Who else could it be, actually? Hold on.
Like half of Mad Lions, probably.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Specifically, though.
I'm just blank at the moment. You know, the stage fright.
That's fine. Do you know any of the other players who are on Mad Lions?
Oh my god. This is embarrassing right now.
What country is this?
That's our home country, Germany.
That is Germany. And can you name the German players currently in the LEC? Can you hold the mic up just a tad as well for us?
Okay, so we have on G2, we have Bibi.
Yes, Broken Blade.
Upset.
Upset.
Then Irrelevant.
Irrelevant, yes. There's one more.
Kaiser.
Kaiser, amazing. You got all of them right.
Yeah, it's our German boys.
I mean, true, yeah. Maybe I should have picked someone from a different country if I was going to ask that question.
There is one, isn't there, actually, yeah.
FLICKR, yeah, FLICKR is Spanish,
yeah.
amazing. Okay, can we identify the country?
Denmark.
It is Denmark, and can you tell me players from that country, please?
Broxa.
Okay, current players in the LEC.
Current players
Yeah.
in the LEC. Caps, obviously.
Yeah, Caps is one.
There are more.
There are 4 current players in the LEC. One of these players was on, actually they both played last year for Fnatic as well. Oscar Rinin is Spanish, very nice.
Yeah.
One other player.
And
It's Larsen Swedish, no?
Larsen Swedish, yeah.
Rogue does have one.
That's where I draw the blank.
yeah.
It's Razork. Razork is the final Spanish player, yeah. It's Shigenda. And then Wonder and Dos are also from Denmark. So you let me down a little bit, but you did manage to get one. Thanks very much, guys. Anything you'd like to say before we wrap it up?
We are sorry to Mad Lions and the Spanish players. Please don't come at us. We are really big fans.
Well, it was great to meet you both. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
joining
so
me
much.
today.
Welcome to the Riot Games Arena for Week 2, Day 2 of the LEC Winter Split. Today already marks the halfway point in the Winter's regular season, with only a week and a half to go until we say goodbye to our bottom teams. That was fast. I know, and 2024 has brought with itself also a sizable class of freshman rookies. And while some may be comfortably able to graduate into the playoffs, others may need some extra credit to get by. And that is why I, as the teacher's assistant, have tasked Professor Treats and Professor Goldberg with giving me a report card of our class of rookies so far. I hope they're well prepared.
We are super prepared right now.
Professor Goldberg.
Goldberg.
I gave you this assignment
Get your stuff
weeks
together.
ago. What do you got? Come on.
We've got a lot of papers, got a lot of players. Treats, why don't we get into the first one? Super. Great student so far coming into the split. He gets along with everyone in the class. He's always first to sit in the front row, follows the lectures, and not only that, a super good teammate to all of his students. He's there to help them out with the homework, he's there to help them out with the assignments, and he understands his role in the class. We've been super impressed by his performance so far.
Super impressed?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just look at his performances and obviously the pentakill. I mean, what can you say? This guy has been popping off so far. And like his classmate Elioya said, Alvaro and Supa, best bot lane in the league, perhaps?
Perhaps. Okay, I'm hearing good things, you know, good teamwork.
But
So what's the scores here?
Well, I'm the kind of teacher that we all love, that likes to see higher potential in our kids as well. So giving him an S+ immediately, you know, maybe that would be
Well, what are
too
we doing? Because
much.
you're doing numbers and there's also SA tiers. What
Well,
is
math started doing it first, so now we're doing it as well. Okay?
I think 5, 5, 5 S+.
5 out of 5.
Let's go next.
I thought that was 5
do
S's.
you mean 5 out of 5?
Yes.
Okay, so you
On all
didn't.
of them.
I don't know
Perfect.
the parameters. I clearly told you have to tell me the parameters.
We told you we were prepared.
Okay, I'm sorry. Good. Super. Great start. Doing good. Great. Admirable student. Next up.
Jaggies, I mean, we gotta be honest, you know, a little bit the class clown. We've seen him be a bit aggressive with some of his teammates, been up there. He likes to sit in the back. He often brings some food to sit and munch in the back, and then suddenly he just goes ham with it.
I mean, he's a bit behind in CS perhaps. Laning not the best. Mid game, he's very aggressive. I like his Akali. I like his Akali a lot. I think in general, very good team fighter. Needs to work on the lane. So I would give him laning 3, playstyle 5, impact 4.
You could take a little bit more time. You don't have to rush it. You can give
But
a
yeah,
little
he
context
seems to
the-
get along well with everybody else, though. He does not seem like the loner type. Everyone loves being around him as well. So outside of class, you know, seems like a good guy. So
He
so
does
far,
kind of the class clown in a way, I would say.
He is, but there's good potential with it. You know, we've seen some of the best, but we've also seen it go a bit wrong. It's like when he's taking the multiple choice test of League of Legends. Sometimes you hit the right questions,
Yeah.
and sometimes you don't. So the preparation, you know,
see.
he tries his hardest.
He
but-
tries his hard. I think that is really important. You know, the willingness to evolve and to change. That's nice. I do want to talk about Isma specifically. I've had my eye on him. Of course, he got insane scores, which got him into the school. How is he doing?
What a great student. Comes from a great family too. And he's just been impressing us all around the board. Once again, joining people at the front row of the class.
He's
But
always
just a
there,
bit-
right, with
He
everybody?
is, and he seems to get along well with everybody. He's gotten really good friends with Niski too. It's great to see them two cooperate quite closely on a lot of their assignments together. But not only that, he seems quite flexible in his approach to a lot of the classmates.
Very selfless, I would say.
Absolutely, gets
Yes.
along with everybody.
Helps his teammates a lot. I think himself, very selfless, doesn't care about himself. Wants everyone to do great, especially with Niski. Works super well with him. I would say I would rate him very high personally. I think for laning, obviously it's this jungle matchup. He's done very well, I would say. That's a 5. Playstyle, 4. Impact, I'll give him a 5 as well.
But also,
Almost perfect scores.
You're hearing
Yeah.
it from everyone else. Even if there's a mistake on the assignment, you give him the same text the next week, he's figured it out. So he shows improvement all the way.
I like that you're so objective because, for instance, you know, you gave 3 5s at the beginning to Supa, even though sometimes the group project didn't work out yet. You see his individual
Exactly. It's about his
class.
potential.
Yeah, and the same for Isma. I like it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. What do you have for me next?
Let's reveal the next one. Zoelis.
It's been a bit
Difficult
rough with
setup.
Bit
Zoelis.
disappointed, I'm not gonna lie.
We've had a hard time getting him integrated into our classroom. He's a bit quiet with the
Spoiler.
rest.
We're talking about very later. Never mind.
There's a spoiler.
We're on
They
Zoelis
didn't
right
see
now.
anything. They didn't
He's,
see anything.
he's
No,
kind
it's
of
fine.
lacked impact, right? I think Rakan, he's been looking a bit lost, a bit shaky, I would say. I can't rate him too high right now. We see potential, but it's not quite there yet, I would say.
It's like he hasn't found his footing really yet. It's too hard to pinpoint him in a group project alone. There's a lot of different factors. We'll see how Rogue works
Is
out.
he maybe suffering from the fact that the group that he was put in didn't actually do too well on their latest assignment?
They are
Is
a bit
he-
of misfits, all of them, aren't they?
Is
But
it hard?
they seem like that there is potential, but it's too early to say right now.
Okay,
Not
okay.
yet, yeah.
Not yet. Okay, I see. And of course, we saw it already. I would like to talk about Mirwin as well.
Yeah, I actually got an assignment here. I think there's some coffee stain on it too.
Oh,
No, that is absolutely spicy. There's some hot sauce on this, and that is just like the pigs that he's
Okay,
been bringing
okay.
out. We've known him from his former schools to bring out some different pigs, like an Ari top, the Seri tops. But I gotta say, he's behaving quite fine in class just now. It's not been the most explosive, especially not from what we've known him for.
Very reliable member to have on the team. I think where I give him negative grades is he's very susceptible to ganks. He pushes up a lot, so I think that's one area that I would like to see him improve on, for sure.
Okay.
But he shows hunger and he shows
Yes, he does.
engagement every single time. He pays attention, he's willing to learn, he's willing to push the limits. And sometimes you get one wrong answer. But who cares when the 4 rest of the answers are correct? He shows perfect enthusiasm and high impact.
You both have aced the assignment that I have given you. Fantastic. We can keep it here. I do want to talk about the top lane a little bit more since you did bring up Merwin. And he's up against Adam in the first match. And I think we should compare them a little bit because this has the potential to be a very interesting top lane matchup.
It does for sure, and just starting from the champ pools, right? I think they don't share any similar champs. They're both very interesting champ pools. Obviously, Merwin hasn't picked all of his counter picks so far, and we've only seen kind of the Akali be the spicy pick. But as for Adam, he got the gods. He got obviously the crocodile as well there up in the top lane. So we'll have to see what they pull out today. Hopefully, they pick some spicy champs.
No, absolutely. But I also think that we haven't seen, as you said yourself, the best from Mervin just yet. When he joined the league specifically, I said, this guy has a potential to be a new Adam. Not with the same champion pool like the gods, but with a completely different take on it. Mervin quite often likes to bring some ranged champions up to that top lane as well. So he's a bit more... well, I don't know what the word for it, but we don't like ranged top laners. So he's a bit more sly about it. But I do respect the fact that he's willing to bring champions in like an Ahri, like a Fiddlesticks in the top lane. And I'm kind of praying that it's something we will see at some point because I've never seen anything like it.
If anything, it would be this matchup. Maybe, you know, they're edged on by each other going like, okay, if you might pull out one of your crazy champions, I might do the same. We'd love to see it. Of course, BDS owes us a video. Okay. Oh, it's on fire. Fnatic's on fire. I mean, they beat them, of course, so love the timing on that.
Yeah, you could say that they took him out. So that was great. The Flames were vanquished right there.
They were.
And yeah, love to see him in the fight.
Sometimes you start something and you don't know where you're going, just like me for real. Anyways, the top lane matchup going to be super interesting. And Laura is standing by to get a deeper insight into it with Adam.
Thank you, Shox. Bonjour, Adam. Thank you for joining me ahead of today's game. The desk was just talking about top lane meta and a lot of things, but I wanted you to talk me through draft structure in general, especially when it comes to top lane, because what I've noticed for BDS, but most of the teams right now, when it comes to drafting top lane, it comes rather late in the draft, B4 or 5, R5 for sure, most of the time. Can you elaborate on this decision and, I don't know, tendencies that we see in the LEC and how it impacted top lane, you think, compared to last year?
Well, in terms of drafting in general, like usually top lane isn't really a role that you want to pick early. So you rather keep it like 5 because obviously he's like maybe the best role in terms of counter pick and like spicy picks that you can play. So obviously you want to keep it for like 4 or 5 pick. But in general, like in this meta right now, we can see like some early picks on top lane like Jax and Rumble, which comes to my mind, or even Cassante Blind, for example. I think there's like a few champions that you can pick rather high. And it doesn't like really create any issue with the draft because there's no really counter to this type of champs, so you can just really. But in general, like each team can decide whether or not they like each pick, kinda, and they can just decide which one basically to go for.
Depends on the priorities, I get that, but it feels like there's a lot of value in counter-picking top lane right now in some moments. And when you think of the whole way top lane is played right now, it looks to be the most diverse role in terms of champions. And we saw some innovations coming from the LCK, I feel, this week with the Udyr and picks like this. Why is Europe unable to come up with stuff like this on their own, do you think, and has to wait for other regions to innovate and bring these picks in the end?
Yeah, I mean, I do agree because I feel like European players just started to pick up Udyr on top just because Korean players started to play Udyr top. But, you know, like when you just try to copy a thing without like really understanding basically like the deepest meaning of the pick, right? We're talking about Udyr, then obviously like the results you can expect won't really happen on stage. But so I think we could clearly like see it yesterday, but we need more step up.
And talking about the matchup you're going to have today, I feel like Marin versus yourself in the top lane is going to be the banger of the century in the sense that you were the crazy guy in top lane when you showed up a couple of years back. And from what we know from this top laner, he can pop off on the crazy picks as well. What do you expect from him and how is it to prep against a top laner that can be as crazy as you are and is going to have the same fire as you had when you showed up in the LEC a few years back?
I mean, as far as I know about him, I know that he liked to play some spicy picks on top lane in Superliga in Spain. So I would assume that this guy, he can be ready just like me to pick some non-conventional picks. So I really like the mindset he has, and obviously it's gonna be a great matchup.
More gods in store for today, or can we get ready for anything on both sides?
No, we can kind of expect anything at this point because, like the meta is actually a bit versatile, so you cannot really know what to expect actually from both teams in general. So it's gonna be interesting.
Right, Adam, merci beaucoup.
Merci
Thank
beaucoup.
you. Good luck today. And casters, back to you for game 1.